Ah, attendez, parce que je mets... Attendez, parce qu'il y a mon aide-soignant qui est pas... Est-ce que vous pouvez m'aider? Ouais,
voilà.
Parce que c'est de...
Ouais.
Non, ah non,
Visiblement, ça ne marche pas. Eh ouais. Père Patrick, vous n'avez pas perdu la main.
est-ce que vous pouvez couper le... Ah,
On va regarder un sujet sur la...
I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it.
Hey there!
Don't judge me, this is art!
It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass.
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
The fuck is that? Bigfoot. Oh man, look at him.
Come on, you motherfucker! Oh, shit! God damn it! Same shit, different day!
One last thing. If you have any drugs or any alcohol, give me some.
Yes, same shit every day. This is my shit's working. This is an impromptu live. I'm putting it in a phone format to see if it's gonna go out to short feeds. Might get no viewers at all, but I'm used to that.
Yeah, nobody much watches this stream.
So I'm in hopes of trying to get random viewers to like and subscribe to my stuff, which of course that's the name of the game. That's what everybody's trying to do.
I like it when different people from all over the world join in. That's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
and for whoever's up at this hour, which I know a lot of you people don't sleep for nothing.
No. I can't say much. I
mean,
don't sleep much either.
We got people in the UK that'll be like 7 in the morning. They've been up all night.
Yeah.
We've encountered that before.
Yeah. Well, we've been up all night before.
Oh yeah, too many times to count.
Insomnia is a bitch.
Oh, isn't damn near everything a bitch now?
Yeah. Yeah, very true. So, I guess I don't know whether to say good night or good morning or what.
Well, first of all, we've got no viewers as of right now.
Well, I know that, but it doesn't matter. We just do it for the hell of it anyway.
I had a concept. I thought, just for the fun of it, I thought one day I'd put the camera on. I'd put up 2 cameras. One would be like another user and be doing live tarot card readings. One camera on the cards and one camera on us doing the readings. And as people come in, ask them if they want their readings.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun, I think.
It could be, as long as you don't get the trolls and all that.
Well, they control somewhere else. I don't have time for it. But anyway, that'd be a lot of fun, I think.
Well, I cover a lot of things. It's mostly anti-woke stuff, but I covered the new upcoming Steam controller. You know, not the original Steam controller, the new Steam controller 2.0, which Steam has a 10th anniversary coming up. and they're gonna release a lot of stuff at this time. I don't know exactly when it is, but I know it's not too long from now. And they're gonna release the controller. They're possibly gonna release a Steam box. It's like a lot of people have been asking for, which they've done in the past, and nobody wanted it then. But now they've emulated the games better. People are wanting it.
That sounds like a real good idea.
Well, yeah, Steam, Valve, the company over Steam, is not really considered a player. They'll go Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and nobody goes Valve because they're known as a distribution company for games. They could be a major player if they had somebody there calling the shots right. I believe there was several opportunities they could have gotten there as a major player.
Yeah, and they just didn't take it.
Anyway, I probably look like shit right now. I've had a night of drinking and having fun.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's what everybody's doing.
I think so. Probably so. But we finished early, so here we are.
So let's see what else I got here.
I don't know, but maybe I think we did a lot of interesting videos, especially about Dragon Age and Star Wars and
about Star Wars Skeleton Crew, and people can't help but notice all the woke stuff they're putting in it. Did a video on mocking Snow White, as so many people are doing, rightfully so. There's been a real asshole has been making trouble around the internet lately, and he happens to be a director on games like God of War and Twisted Metal, or was way back in the day. But now he seems to be attacking streamers, particularly women.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I heard a little bit of what he said, and dear Lord, it was awful, the stuff he was saying. I mean, he was just a total dirtbag.
Yeah, this impromptu live isn't really covering anything specifically, but rather more like an advertisement for my channel.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shorts on there too.
Oh yeah, comedy has always been a goal for my channel, which doesn't fuse well with I'm anti-woke video game and media stuff. But I like to throw it in there where I can, and I have a lot of funny shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't that sound funny?
Yeah. Especially the gorilla one, the Bigot Tribe short you did.
Well, that one wasn't. Well, I don't know. It's comedic, but not in such a direct way as the others.
Yeah, it has a dry humor, I think.
Dragon Age, the Veilguard, has a Facebook group, and they have been banning anyone that does the laugh emote.
Yeah.
Which I have covered that in a video as well. That one will be released at 3 p.m. my time.
So.
On Sunday.
Yeah. But, I think the whole woke thing, it's beyond stupid.
Well, I try to be understanding. I try to be compassionate. If somebody feels, that they have to be that way and dress that way, okay, good for them, I guess. But the moment they're insisting specific language out of me, the moment they're going down with whites, and the moment they're inserting their ideology first and foremost into media, that's when I have an issue. They can exist, of course they can exist, but they are asserting their rights above your average person's rights.
I don't understand why they think that they get more rights than everybody else. That does not make any sense to me, just because they feel like they don't know what gender they are. if they don't know what gender they are, doesn't that lead them? Isn't that their issue, not everybody else's? Why does it have to be everybody else's too?
The whole bathroom thing is what they got to understand is it's always been you have a men's bathroom and you have a women's bathroom. In some cases, you have a unisex bathroom. And then they suddenly come along and go, we don't want it the way you've always had it. It's like they should be the ones to adapt. If you are a smoker, you have to adapt because you're a smoker. You have to go outside to smoke and so on. You know, any scenario or lifestyle choice you choose, you must adapt. Why is it they come along and they're trying to forcefully make everyone else adapt around them?
I don't understand that. Everybody else has to adapt to each other. Why in the world do they get special privileges?
I have it in me to be genuinely compassionate, to live and let live. To an extent, of course, I draw the line at what they're now referring to as MAPS, MAPS, minor attracted.
Oh, yeah.
There's certain places I draw the line, but for the most part, I try to be understanding. I try to be compassionate, but they're not just, oh, let us exist. They're like, we're going to exist and we're going to change everything around you and you're just going to have to take it. And if you don't, we're going to shame you and bully you.
Yeah, they're just being bullies to everybody.
Now, for the ones who don't do that, great, perfect. But unfortunately, that is what's happening in the world. And if you're not familiar with it, research it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going so far as...
I do not believe this is showing it to the short feeds or we would have already had some viewers.
Oh.
But I don't know. It's just the impromptu live to throw up.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't drink that much.
But yeah, I mean, they don't have the right to push their views on everybody else and bully people and out people and just all manner of things. They don't have the right to do that.
No, they have no more right than anyone else, or at least they shouldn't. They keep going how their rights are getting taken away, and I'm going, wait, you have rights that we don't? Which, that's a genuine question. I don't know. Do they have rights that we don't? And I believe they do, which everybody should have equal rights.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
I, as a woman, would not feel comfortable going to the same bathroom as a trans.
I, as a woman, don't either.
Oh. I mean, seriously though.
I'm a bearded lady.
Would you feel comfortable going to the same bathroom as a lady?
Actually, that's been kind of happening since the 90s. You get these little butches, and here's what I mean. They're women, and everybody can tell they're women, but they kind of look, and they'll be like 30, but they'll look like 12-year-old boys. They're trying to butch up, but they're itty bitty and, you know, funny looking.
Yeah.
And yeah, even since the 90s, I can recall now and then they walk around like they're the biggest man ever, and they can take men down, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, every now and then they'd barge in the bathroom, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck, that's weird. I just feel weird."
I mean, you can't do your business like that, you know. It's uncomfortable. It's just no, you know.
No.
None of that. None of it.
On another topic, trying to get my channel to grow. It's like, you know, a cactus in the Amazon or something. It don't fit. It don't work. I believe last I looked, unless I lost some, I was 165 subscribers. I'm hoping to grow it to 1 million.
Oh, that'd be great. Then we could do all sorts of things on the channel. And then we could have people on and, you know.
Well, yeah, you know,
that kind of thing.
I see these streamers like every day. They're like, blah, 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 blah. And this is all you got to do. And oh, I feel so bad. I only have this many. And it'll be like, 60,000 or something, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been at this for almost a year, and it's like nothing. Be lucky to get one person. I'm going, am I doing something wrong that bad? When I compare myself to some of these other, lower viewership people, I'm like, nah, it's clearly better than that. I mean, maybe it's not the best, but it's clearly up to enough standard to get a few thousand.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the algorithm and stuff. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, the algorithm, it's a real pain.
Because, I mean, sometimes it'll push the stuff out to a lot of people, and sometimes it won't. And that kind of thing. So I think that's a big part of it.
Said I had a viewer and they ran the fuck off. They're like, oh my God, I can't do this.
Oh.
Anyway, if you're there, speak up.
Yeah,
we're here to discuss.
We'd love to hear from people. That's the whole point, is to share ideas and learn from each other and things like that, and have a few laughs along the way.
It's bad. I have virtually no viewership, but I still get regular hate sent to me. Comments and such. Yeah, I get like regular hate sent to me. And I'm like, if I have haters, I must have fans, but
where are they? Where are they at? That's a good question. All the darn trolls is just gonna troll. They go through YouTube and find people to troll.
Hey, but anybody that might happen to watch this, leave a comment on what kind of content you'd like to see. I mean, I generally do pop media and anti-woke because, I can't stand to see that stuff. Now, I try to be fair and I try to be understanding and accepting and all of that, but it's the fact of they're trying to bulldoze us. It's not, they can exist. They can have their own thing, but they're trying to take over all of it.
Yeah.
And push people like us out, which, you get a lot of people, for that matter, you get it in TV and comics now, mocking people saying things like I'm saying now.
Yeah.
But that's a low blow. And it's kind of like, if you mock dissent, either you're going to shut them up or you're going to have them develop a new way of dissent that's probably going to be escalated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and I don't think they're shutting anybody up.
Nope. In fact, people are getting louder about it because people are sick and tired of all this woke bull crap that's going around, and people are making a lot more noise.
Bull crap.
Yes, it is bull crap.
Bull crap.
Yeah.
Crap the whole bowl.
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. What do you get me tickled for? Oh, my goodness. That's like, okay. That's like all these pit bull owners, right? Oh, you see them, the ones I'm talking about. They think that their pit bull is the loveliest dog on the planet. It would never hurt a fly. Yet it's mauled somebody's grandma and kids and all that.
I get wanting a pit bull. You want it to bark. You want it to scare intruders off. But in this day and age, they'd probably just put one to its head and be done with it.
Yeah.
And I myself, speaking for myself, you do as you want. Speaking for myself, I would not subject my pet to that.
No.
Or the possibility of that.
Well, my point.
And if you get such a dog as that, of course it's going to be considered a threat. For that matter, have a cop knock on your door, and they're like, a lot of times they won't be like, put your dog up and give you a chance to do it. They'll be like, they might go, get your dog pop.
Yep, and that's it. But
I've heard of them doing small, harmless dogs this way, but these bigger, meaner looking dogs are much more highly likely to do so.
Yeah.
And I will say along with that not all cops are that way, but a good many are.
Yeah. Well, these pit bull fanatics, I call them, that own these dogs and try to push the legislation. And yes, they do have legislation.
They're fanatics.
They're fanatics.
Fanatics.
And they're a lot like the LGBTQ community. They're fanatics. They're zealots. And it's wrong to push those ideologies onto other people because they're not receptive of anything else.
If you have a pit bull and you keep it in and care for it and all that, and don't let it around other people's animals, great, you're a good pet owner. But around where we're at, they're running wild everywhere, and they're tearing up cats, they're tearing up garbage. And when I say tearing up cats, I mean ripping them and like that
too, yeah.
And other people's animals and livestock, they're a pure menace.
Yep. Well, like I said, they're a lot like the LGBTQ community on all this woke bullshit that's going around. It's the same thing. It's the same thing because they're pushing their ideologies and all that stuff onto everybody else. And it's not fair. And somebody's got to speak up about it. The more people that speak up about those kinds of things, maybe we can get some change. Maybe.
You get some young teenager, 20-something-year-old black boy on camera and talking like a million fucking miles an hour.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's a millionaire in under a year.
Yep.
And hopping and running at the camera and doing insane stuff to strangers that they need their ass whooped for.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts me for society.
Well, the thing is that kind of thing gives all the other black people a bad name.
I mean, I can see why I'm not getting anywhere if that's what sells.
Yeah.
Of course, that and these young girls selling their ass online, which is utterly disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, don't shame the sex workers. If they ever intend on having a real husband and a real family, they're going to be ruined on that. Because most men would be disgusted at the idea that, sure, they'd love to get with a girl like that, but not keep her. For that matter, is like kid be like, Mommy, why do so many people know you?
Yeah.
It's just a bad mix.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta walk such a damn fine line with everything now. And it's maddening. You get fatigue from it.
Oh, what specifically? I mean, name something.
Well, for example, the pronoun thing. It's maddening because these people are, you didn't do my pronouns and da 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 da. It's like, well, hell, I got eyes. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to call you? It?
Well, that's like when, it's been a good many years ago now, but when I first heard somebody go, "You're slut shaming," and I'm like, what? Because that's kind of like if you're out and you got a lot of money and you're throwing it in the air and you get mugged. Well, if you're an attractive girl and you're showing off skin in public, now I'm not saying no, of course nobody should do anything. Of course not, obviously. But it is likely to happen, which is why we have such concepts as shaming and calling them a slut. Now, slut generally means they've slept with a lot of people, but them showing off a lot of skin usually means they're promiscuous, which implies that. It's kind of like that comedian said, if you're wearing, if somebody's wearing a cop uniform, I'm going to call him officer. And if you're wearing a slut uniform.
Yeah, I remember that.
And there you go.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's just gotten crazy. So that what they're trying to do is they're trying to drown out people like us. They're trying to make us to where we do not exist anymore. Well, I got news for them. There's a lot more of us than there is them. There
most definitely are. Problem is most people, they don't know it, refuse to believe it, or they're fence sitters. They don't care as long as it hasn't affected them in a hard way yet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like, you know, that whole thing. First they came for these people and we said nothing, and then they came for, you know, that.
Yeah.
It's that all over again. And yeah, look up about World War III and how they would come for this race of people or this type of people, and nobody stood up and said anything until they got them all, and there was no one left to say anything anymore, to stand up for anyone. That's kind of what's happening here. I have even made a video on that quite a while back. I titled it "The New Reich."
Yeah, I remember.
And yes, there are differences. There's not soldiers marching the streets and such, but there's so many similarities that cannot be ignored.
Yeah, that's true. And what's going to become of the future? You know, what's going to become of the future? Because there won't be anybody left.
Well, that's why they keep recruiting children. That's why they're doing these drag shows, because they're not making babies, obviously.
No, they're wanting to program the kids to where the kids think it's perfectly normal, and the ones that don't buy into it, because there are some kids that let's just put this in the reference for a moment. I'm not saying it is this way, but just put it in your mind this way. There's our side, there's their side. Alone, they die off with no offspring. They get old, and eventually it goes away. But they are kind of like feeding off our offspring. Without us, there couldn't be a them. Yeah.
But they are feeding off of us in a sense. Now, I'd rather not pit us against them and make it all like that. Like I said, I try to be accepting. But this has gotten too big to ignore.
Well, they're making it a thing about us versus them.
Yes, they are. And that's why I'm saying it's gotten too big to ignore, because of their actions. I mean, if I seen 10 trannies walking the street today, I'd be like, you know, I'd be all weird about it, but I wouldn't be like, we must wipe them off of existence.
Yeah, we wouldn't say we need to burn them with fire. No.
There don't need to be anybody who thinks or feels that way. It should be banned in every, you know, in hard punishable ways, or whatever the case may be.
It's not about that.
But they kind of are doing that. They're pushing everybody out of every industry just about.
Yeah. Out of the gaming industry, the movie industry, everything.
All entertainment in specific, but more so, but not just entertainment. It goes beyond that.
Well, I think it's a government thing.
Yes, it's a government thing. It comes down from the UN. There's many phrases for it, but one I recall is bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, we're not getting viewers. But you know, I thought I'd do an impromptu live and say a few words. So I'm gonna wrap this up and play it out.
Your feelings can't fuck off, you non-binary bitch. Telling everyone we're wrong while you sexualize kids. Keep your pronouns in your pants, this ain't the time or place. Unless you think you can dance, I'll punch that confused face. My pronoun is